Hey everyone, I am BakaShift, joining me as always is lankyspirit, and today we're taking a short break from our usual Weiss Schwarz content to bring you something a little bit different. Welcome to our second tutorial. This time we'll be teaching you all how to play unlimited verses.
This is a trading card game by a company called SK Japan that gives off a very similar feeling to that of a one-on-one fighting game by utilising ideas based around a single character dealing damage through multi-hit combos. You will spend the duration of the game levelling up and attacking with your character, and to win you must simply deal a total of 5 damage to your opponent. One of the most interesting things about this game is how it takes mechanics and themes from the source material of each set, applying a unique playstyle to whatever deck you happen to be playing.
So let's kick things off by showing you a card of each variety and explaining the relevance of each section. We'll start with character cards. On the top left you'll see the character's level. Both players will start the game with their level 1 character already in play. You'll then level up this character by placing high level characters over it as the game progresses. Your deck will generally contain 3 copies of your level 2 character and between 1 and 3 copies of your level 3. This is excluding sets that level up their character in a different way. We'll explain that later on in the tutorial. Just below is the card's gauge point cost. This indicates how many cards must be in each side of your gauge in order to play it. Moving down we have the card's art and flavour text, then the text which lets you know what it is the card does. To the right of this we have the card's reversal icon. This shows us what effect the card has when it is flipped face down in the damage area. Then at the very bottom of the card in the centre we have its name. To the left its attack points and to the right its defence points. These are for determining who wins during the battle timing. Timings are what this game refers to its phases or steps as. The way in which you level up your character differs from set to set. As you can see here, the level 2 and 3 characters in BlazBlue add attack, defense and effects to your level 1 character, whereas the level 2 and 3 characters in Neptunia are placed directly on top, essentially replacing the level 1. Now we move on to your battle cards. These make up the highest number of cards in your deck and are what you need to play in order to deal damage to your opponent and win the game. In the top left hand corner, in the position where the level was indicated on characters, we see the card's colour. Each set has a unique name that goes along with each colour that ties it into the terminology of its source material referred to as its attribute. These names have no further relevance beyond that, so if you consider cards by their colour alone then you won't get confused. The card's cost, text, reversal icon and name remain the same as with character cards. The attack and defense points work slightly differently though. The attack and defense points of your battle card are added to your character's attack and defense points before clashing with your opponent. Then in the central lower portion are 3 things unique to battle cards. The leftmost icon is the card's type. This does nothing on its own but instead has synergy with other cards. Next to that are the damage points. These indicate how much damage your character will deal if you successfully defeat the opponent's character during your battle timing. Then finally we have the 3 battle icons, Combo, Unlimited and Aerial. We'll explain what each of those do later on. The final variety are your support cards. These are further divided into a few different attributes as indicated by the short text in the top right of the card. You can completely ignore this though, as everything your support cards do will be fully explained in the text. These cards will have an effect that remains in play for as long as it states on the card itself. Aside from this, the layout is identical to the other cards, disregarding their exclusive sections.
The 2 decks we'll be using for this tutorial are the BlazBlue and Hyperdimension Neptunia pre-built starter decks. To begin the game, place your main level 1 character card face down in the character area. If you are playing BlazBlue, this is also the time where you choose any card from your battle deck and place it face down in the burst area. This card's relevance will be explained later on. If you're playing Neptunia, place your partner card in the partner area face up. Your partner can be any character card that doesn't share a name with the card in your character area. In this starter deck, it's IF.
You will now shuffle your deck, place it face down in the deck area and decide who goes first via rock, paper, scissors or any other means of your choice. I won and choose to take the first turn. Both players draw 4 cards to make their starting hands and then your main characters are flipped face up to begin the game. After starting my turn I enter the draw timing. During this phase, if you are going first you draw a single card, otherwise you draw 2 cards. Following this you have the standby timing. The first thing I will do is charge a card. This is done up to once a turn by placing a battle card from your hand to gauge. You can only charge red, blue and yellow battle cards, with red and blue being restricted to their respective gauges and yellow being able to enter either. The amount of cards in your gauge indicates the maximum gauge point cost of cards you use from your hand. So for example, Osoi requires 1 red and 1 blue to play, so I'll need to have 1 card in my red gauge and 1 card in my blue gauge in order to play it. There are several other things you can do during this phase, but as it is my first turn I am currently unable to do anything further. We then move into the support timing. During this phase you can play a single support card from your hand into the support area if you have one and are able to meet its cost. Following this is the battle timing, but as I play first this step is skipped entirely and my turn ends.
I now start my first turn. As I played second, I get to draw 2 cards during my draw timing. I too place a battle card to gauge, and with no support cards I am able to play during support timing, I move straight into my battle timing. As I played second, I am able to attack Alan using a battle card from my hand. In order to do this, I must declare the attack by placing a battle card face down into the battle area.
I am now able to choose to do the same in response to Lee's attack. I currently have no cards in hand I am able to defend with though, so I inform Lee I won't be defending during this battle.
As my attack went through undefended, Break Hit's effect activates, which allows me to draw a card. We then move into battle calculation. During this step we compare the attacking character's attack points with the defending character's defense points. Neptune now has 800 attack points from her starting 500 plus the additional 300 from the Break Hit battle card. This easily exceeds Noel's base defense points of 500, and having lost, Alan places cards from the top of his deck face up in his damage area equal to the damage points of the battle card I attacked with. Thus, Alan takes 1 damage. Now we move into the battle icon confirmation step. As Break It has no battle icons whatsoever, nothing happens in this step, and once battle is complete, you charge your battle card to gauge. This ends my turn.
So I start my turn, draw my 2 cards and charge a battle card to gauge. As I took damage last turn, I am now able to do something else in my standby timing. Any face-up card in your damage area with a reversal icon can be flipped face down to activate the stated effect, providing you are in the correct phase. Dar's reversal icon allows me to flip it face up during my standby timing to draw a card, and I choose to do so. I drew Bulwark, which is Noel's support card with the weapon attribute. As I have enough gauge points to be able to play this card now, I move into my support timing and play it under Noel in the assigned weapon area. Weapon attribute support cards are a special permanent support card unique to the BlazBlue set that provide their equipped character with additional attack and or defense points, as well as some other effects. I now move into my battle timing and choose to declare an attack on Lee. I place my chosen battle card face down in the battle area and await Lee's response. Lee then also plays a battle card face down in the battle area to try and defend from my attack. We now both flip our battle cards face up and move into battle calculation. Noel's total attack points are now at 1100 from her base 500, with an additional 100 from her weapon and 500 from the Please Cry battle card I played. This is then matched against Neptune's 800 defense points from her base 500 in addition to the 300 of the Crash Edge battle card Lee played. Having been defeated, Lee takes the 1 damage equal to my battle card's 1 damage point. And due to his character's effect, he draws a card because a red or blue card has gone into the damage area. We again move into the battle icon confirmation step, and whilst Please Cry does have the aerial icon, I have neither the cards nor gauge points to be able to use it. So both myself and Lee charge our used battle cards to gauge, and the turn ends.
I now start my next turn. Draw, charge a card to gauge, and now I have additional things I am able to do during my standby timing. As I now have enough gauge points to do so, I level up Neptune to level 2 by placing the level 2 character card directly on top of the level 1 I have in play from the start of the game. Make sure you are aware with Neptunia that you can only level up your character, not your partner, as your partner is there only to provide her coupling effect. You may also only level up once in a given turn, unless a card's effect specifically states otherwise. I am now also able to play a support card during my support timing, so I play Goddess's Tutor, which allows me to search my Battletech for a character, so I grab the level 3 Neptune that I can level up with in my next turn. Unlike Alan's weapon support card, mine is merely a one-time use effect and is charged to gauge upon resolution. I now once again move into my battle timing, choose to attack again, place a battle card face down and wait for a response from Alan.
I do now have the cards available to defend with, so I also place a battle card face down in the battle area.
We turn both of our cards face up. You will notice that my battle card, Sword Magic Link Cut, can only be used by IF. Exclusive use cards such as this can only be used by character cards with that name. However, in Neptunia you are also allowed to use exclusive use cards that match your partner's name. I currently don't have enough power to break through Noel's defense. In an attempt to win the battle, I activate my Sword Magic Linked Cuts effect, allowing me to send the top card of my deck to the trash and gain 200 attack points. The trash area, as the name suggests, is the graveyard or discard pile equivalent in Unlimited Versus.
In response to this, I can make use of my battle icon Unlimited. This allows me to discard cards that also have the Unlimited battle icon from my hand to the trash in order to add that card's attack and defense points to my battle card. By discarding Tiny Lavelia, I gain 200 extra defense points and am now successfully defending again.
I now have the option to use Unlimited myself. Unlimited works on the basis of passing play to your opponent and will continue to go between players until both have agreed to pass and not use any more Unlimited cards. I have none to use, meaning my attack is unsuccessful and I deal no damage to Alan. We both charge our cards to gauge, and I pass the turn.
After starting my turn and drawing 2 cards, I level up by placing my level 2 drive character on top of my level 1 neutral character. When doing this, I am allowed to activate a drive effect. Drive effects are listed on characters alongside the drive keyword. They also stack as your character gets stronger. I currently have the choice of 2 effects, grabbing up to 2 shooting type battle cards from my trash or drawing 1 card. I decide to draw as I currently only have Rachel in my trash. It's also worth noting that you may activate drive effects during your standby timing by discarding your excess character cards from your hand to trash, or by flipping a character card in your damage area that has the drive reversal icon. In my support timing I play Bounty, which allows me to look at my top 6 cards and add a character from among them to my hand. I choose to add my level 3 overdrive Noelle, and the rest of the cards are sent to the bottom of my deck. After use, my support card is charged to gauge. I now enter my battle timing and place 1 battle card face down.
I decide not to block this one, as I currently only have 1 damage and can afford to save cards.
I reveal my Optic Barrel battle card and have enough attack points to win the battle. Lee takes 1 damage. I now enter the battle icon confirmation step. During this step you can declare to activate one of 2 battle icons, combo or aerial. This will allow you to go back to the start of battle timing and attack again. As you can see, Optic Barrel has combo. By declaring that I will use this combo effect, I place my battle card to trash instead of the gauge, return to the battle timing step and place another card face down in the battle area.
Reluctant to take a second damage this turn, I decide to defend with a battle card.
We flip our battle cards once again and my effect activates. If my battle card Flash Hider entered play via a combo effect, I get to draw 1 card. We now move to calculation and I defeat Lee again. Lee takes 1 more damage from my battle card. Even though my current battle card has both combo and aerial, I opt not to activate another battle icon and save my hand for defending myself next turn. We both charge our battle cards to gauge and my turn ends.
After drawing 2 cards and charging a battle card to gauge, I level up to level 3. While still in my standby timing, I activate my character's ST effect. An ST effect, or standby effect, can be activated at any time during the standby timing. My character's effect allows me to discard copies of itself to draw cards, so I discard a purple heart level 2 to draw a card. With no support cards, I move straight into my battle timing, placing a battle card face down.
As I am currently only on 1 damage, I choose to take this attack without defending.
I flip my battle card, and Alan now takes 1 point of damage. In the battle icon confirmation step, I choose to perform an aerial combo. Aerial combos work differently to standard combos. In a standard combo, you can choose any card other than an aerial combo to use during your combo attack. An aerial combo is the only way to play green aerial cards to the battle area. I declare an aerial and place my green aerial combo card from my hand face down in the battle area.
I choose to defend against this second attack and place a battle card face down.
We flip our battle cards. Thanks to Variable Arts' effect, giving me an additional 400 attack for having 6 or more slash cards in my gauge, I win the battle and deal damage to Alan. Even though my card has aerial, I do not have another aerial combo card in my hand. At the end of my turn, my battle card would normally be sent to the trash, as green cards cannot be charged. However, my partner IF's coupling ability allows me to charge cards of any colour. We both charge our battle cards, and I end my turn.
After drawing, I level up by playing my level 3 overdrive character. This allows me to activate a drive effect, this time choosing to add the 2 shooting type battle cards in my trash to my hand. I currently have plenty of cards in my gauge, so I do not charge. With no support cards, I enter my battle timing and place a battle card face down.
I choose to defend, as I cannot afford to take too much damage.
We flip our battle cards. Lee played Protagonist's Assistance, which has a very high defense, preventing me from winning the battle and using my combo icon to play another card. We charge our cards to gauge and I pass the turn.
I draw 2 and charge a card from my hand. I move straight into my battle timing and place a battle card face down.
I decide not to defend as I don't wish to sacrifice any of the cards in my hand.
I flip my battle card High Rush and activate the special effect to Lily. Lily is an ability that is exclusive to Hyperdimension Neptunia, and by flipping a card in my damage area face down that can only be used by my partner, I get to draw a card. I choose to flip my IF only battle card face down and draw. We move on to battle calculation, and as Alan did not play a card, I am declared the victor.
I activate my burst cards effect. As previously mentioned, this was the card we chose from the deck and placed face down at the start of the game. Your burst card's uses are twofold. At any time you may add the card to your hand, but by placing it to trash instead of your hand right before you take damage from your opponent, you can stop them from being able to use combo or aerial this turn, almost exactly like the way bursts work in the video game.
If you look at this character in my damage area, you will see the reversal icon CA stop, which allows me to do the same thing by flipping that card face down at this time. I deal 1 damage to Alan, but because he activated burst, my turn is now over.
I draw 2 and decide not to charge. Moving straight into my battle timing, I place a battle card face down.
I decide to defend, as it is still too risky to take any damage.
We flip our battle cards and I reveal my Distortion Drive Fenrir. These purple cards are the most powerful cards in the game, and just like aerials, tend to be exclusive to specific characters. In order to use such powerful cards, at the start of the battle I have to place a red, blue and yellow card from my gauge to trash. Lee's card is far too weak to defend such a high powered attack and I win the battle. My Distortion Drive battle card has 2 damage points, so I now deal 2 damage to Lee and win the game. So now the game is over and we have covered all of the basics for how to play Unlimited Versus with these 2 starter decks. As mentioned at the very start of the video though, for those interested in the other 2 currently released sets, Walkure Romanzi and Senran Kagura, they play very similarly with a few minor differences. In Walkure you start the game with only your level 1 character in play, level up the same way as Neptunia and have a permanent horse support card available to you. These are placed under your character and add attack and defense points as well as effects just like the weapons in BlazBlue. Senran Kagura has a character deck of up to 5 cards, running sequentially from 1 to 5 instead of starting with a single character in play and leveling up from your hand. Whenever you take damage, if you have 2 or more character cards in your deck, you will take the top card of the character deck and place it to damage as opposed to from the deck, revealing the next character. You do however start taking damage from the deck as normal if your character deck only has 1 card in it.
There are sure to be new mechanics from future sets, but with the differences between these 4 sets being fairly minor, you're sure to be able to adjust to any and all once you've learnt the basics. It's also worth noting that being familiar with the source material of the set you're playing does actually aid you in understanding its mechanics. With that, we are from otakukata.com and hope you found this tutorial very helpful. Have fun playing Unlimited Versus, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra! I too place a battle card to gauge. Have no support cards. I am able to blah blah blah. Jar jar.
That's not what it says. You got it wrong.
No. No. I did good.